love dogs. They're intelligent, they're loving, and they're protective. Dogs are truly man's best friend. Our documentary will go in depth about how to read their body language, basic behavior, and what their emotions are like compared to humans.
Hi, this is my dog. Her name is Sugar Bear, and she's an Old English Bulldog, and she's 11 years old.
Okay, what was their personality when you adopted them, and what is their personality now?
She was more energetic when she was younger, and she's more sluggish, but that's because she's 11.
What does your dog do on a daily basis?
She usually goes on a walk once a day, and that usually tires her out, so she just hangs out wherever people are in the room.
What routine do you and your dogs follow?
Usually in the morning, she wakes up while we're eating breakfast, and then after school, we'll take her out on a walk, and that usually tires her out, so then I'll just hang out around her and do homework.
Do you discipline your dog?
Not really, because she's a really relaxed dog, so she doesn't bark, she doesn't hop up a lot.
What is the pack hierarchy with your dog?
Usually it's my dad's on top and then my dog's below. She usually listens to whatever he says the most.
How do you communicate with your dog?
Usually whistles and calling her with patting the knee or something like that.
Who's your dog closest to?
Probably my dad.
Why is that?
He spends the most time around.
Does your dog have any bad habits?
The only bad habit she has is she knows how to open the screen door, but she doesn't know how to close it, so then bugs get in sometimes.
Does your dog have any past or current mental health issues like anxiety, depression, stress, stuff like that?
No.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you love your dog and how much does your dog love you?
10 for both.
What was their personality when you adopted them, and what is their personality now?
She was very quiet and then very unsure of when she would be fed or when she would have, or if the food was hers. Now she's more outgoing, she more knows where her food is, and when she gets it, she also knows how to make us get it for her.
What does your dog do all day?
Usually rest, eats whenever, rest, and make sure that everybody's up.
What routine do you and your dog follow?
She gets up when my parents get up, then she goes downstairs and lays down until me and my brother come downstairs when we're finishing up getting ready, and then I feed her, then she goes and does whatever while I'm not there, probably laying down or waiting for my dad to get home, then she goes back upstairs to go to sleep with him.
Do you discipline your dog?
Yeah, for when she poops in the house.
What is the pack hierarchy with your dog?
She thinks she's definitely above both me and my brother, but below my parents and grandma.
How do you communicate with your dog?
She understands her name and basic things, and she knows where her food is. We usually just say Sandy no or come here or just her name, and it usually gets her attention.
Who's your dog closest to?
My parents, probably my dad or mom. Probably my dad more.
What bad habits does your dog have?
We never officially trained her, so she still poops in the house sometimes. And then she'll get into the trash in bathrooms, and she'll make a mess if you don't close the doors.
Does your dog have any past or current mental health issues like anxiety, depression, or stress?
Stress, because she was the youngest of 8 dogs, so she wouldn't get fed as often because they would take all the food. So she would be stressed about food sometimes.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you love your dog and how much does your dog love you?
I love my dog probably a 9. My dog loves me probably a 7.
Harsh.
She loves my parents far more than she loves me. Let's be real.
Oh. This is Fox, this is Sabbath, and this is Loki.
Bye-bye. Yikes.
What was their personality when you adopted them, and what is their personality now?
When we adopted them, they were really quiet at first, and now they're really loud and obnoxious.
What do your dogs do all day?
Sleep and eat. Yeah.
What routine do you and your dogs follow?
I feed them in the morning, play when I get home, feed them again. They sleep all the time.
Do you discipline your dogs?
Only when they need it.
What is the pack hierarchy with your dogs?
So basically the oldest one is the only girl, and she's top dog, and then it's the youngest one who's second, and then the last one is my other one.
How do you communicate with your dogs?
I like to snap a lot, or I clap to get their attention.
Who are your dogs closest to?
Probably me and my dad.
What bad habit do your dogs have?
They like to chew up everything, or they like to lick lots of blankets for some odd reason.
Do your dogs have any past mental health issues like anxiety, depression, or stress?
One of my dogs does. He has anxiety.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you love your dogs and how much do your dogs love you?
10. 10 to 10.
To humans, dog behavior is amusing and strange at the same time. However, to understand dogs' behavior, there are some basics that people need to know about them. Dogs act differently based on age, breed, and past experiences. Like humans, dogs are sociable creatures, whether it's playing with toys, people, or other dogs. Dogs are highly intelligent no matter how wacky they are. Dogs need to be mentally stimulated every day, otherwise they get bored and participate in bad behavior. Exercise is very important for a dog's health, not the occasional potty break. They need to run and play once or twice a day, depending on the breed. They need exercise to lose the weight they gain when not exercising and to help stimulate the brain. After exercise, it's good for the dog to relax or eat. Depending on the breed or how long they exercised, a dog can sleep for a long time or take a quick nap before they're active again.
Back when science was church-related, they believed that dogs had no souls, because they did not have the divine spark given to them by God. Therefore, they cannot experience true feelings. René Descartes, a French philosopher and scientist, believed that dogs were equivalent to machines with gears and pulleys and only reacted to certain things because they were programmed to. Nicolas de Malebranche, a French priest, supported his theory. Nicolas adds that dogs eat without pleasure, cry without pain, act without knowing it. They desire nothing, fear nothing, know nothing. Now, in modern-day society, we know that dogs do have emotions like humans. However, dogs' emotions are not as wide as an adult human's. Rather, their emotions are compared to a 2 or 2.5-year-old. Dogs experience emotions like being relaxed, joy, anxiety, frustration, anticipation, fear, love, surprise, possessiveness, depression, and loneliness.
Once in place, the team took brain scans of Katie while she was giving commands and shown food like hot dogs, first by a stranger and then by her owner.
We're trying to sort out how she's responding, not just to the signals, but who's giving the signals.
What Burns found was that in one key part of the brain, dogs react with emotions like love and attachment the same way humans do.
So when you see Katie's MRI on a screen, what do we learn about her?
I mean, it is clearly most active when she's getting signals from Patricia, her human.
And so what do you draw from that?
It's more than hot dogs.
Dog body language is very important when trying to understand your dog and what they want. You can tell what your dog wants by looking at their body posture and facial expressions. A lot of dogs communicate by barking, whining, or growling, but most often they rely on their body language. Most people believe that when dogs wag their tails, it means that they're happy, but it actually means that they're either aroused or frustrated. You can look at the speed, position, and direction of the tail to tell what they're feeling at that moment. If their tail is moving fast, that means that the dog is aroused. Studies show that dogs tend to wag their tail more towards the right when they feel positive about something and to the left when they feel negative about something.